Alright, now here we have the patron's user ID, the item ID. Okay, so we're going to wand it in. Okay, and now we need to put in the due date. And that's the date that we have on the paper, which is going to be 3 weeks from today. So we're going to put in 8/29/2008. Okay, then we're going to click enter, and it'll come up place hold for another user, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to place a hold for another user. Okay, so we'll go back to this icon in the corner. And we're going to put in the name of the patron,
Isn't it a lovely day?
Okay, and now that we have the patron account number, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put in
And lovely.
the account
Isn't it? Oh,
number,
heat. Can you believe I went to Molly? Where it was
and 9/03/2008. Okay, and when we're done, click close. Okay, and because these are OCLCs, we're going to go to trap holds. Okay. And what we're going to do is first of all get the books ready by putting on a book band. Okay, here are 2 books that I put the book bands on. You can see that we used the yellow book band, which is in the drawer here. We put OCLC at the top, what day it's due, and we put no renewals. We don't allow renewals of OCLCs unless we have a real good reason to do that, and I really want you to clear them through the ILL person before you do that. We also write the patron's name on the side so we know who it's going to. These bands have been put on the back because we don't want to cover up the book band. I mean, the barcode. It's the barcode. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've gone to trap holds. Okay, so what we're going to do, okay, now it tells us we're going to print out something. Now the receipt printer is under the desk to your right, right under there. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. When we get the receipt, it has all the information we need on it, the patron's name, the phone number, email. If they have an email, we're not going to call them. If they don't have an email, just a phone number, then we will call them. Okay? Set that one aside. It goes in the records for Kathy. And then we do it again. Okay. Alright, here is the next slip. What we're going to do is we're going to take the orange marker and we're going to highlight the person's last name. And then we're going to put it in the book so that we have the book with the paper in it. And that will go to the hold shelf. Okay, here's another one. Okay, on the barcode, tell it you want to print. Get one for Kathy. This one does not have an email on it, so we're going to put it aside and we're going to call that person. Okay, we're going to do it again. Click OK. And we're going to highlight the person's last name. Put it in the book. And we're going to put it on the home shelf, okay? Now remember, these are OCLCs, and you have to use trap holds with all OCLCs out-of-state books. Now when we're done with all the little slips, they go in this box until the end of the month, and then we give them to Kathy. We put the date on them, what month, what year, put them in Kathy's mailbox, and that's what we do with the slips. Okay, these papers that we have will go in the folder on my desk. We put them in chronologically according to the due date. Okay. What is due first, earliest, goes on top. What's due later goes in the back. Okay, so we'll file all these. If you get an item that doesn't have a slip, what you're going to do is you're going to just fill out one of these, because we need to have paperwork. You just put in the patron's name, what kind of item it is, and the due date. And then we also have a date returned on this. You'll just fill it out. And if there's a return mailing slip, what you do is you just attach it to the top. Okay, one more thing that you do want to remember is if there are discs, or it's an AV, to write on there how many discs we're going to check for when it's returned, and also check to make sure all the discs are in there. Okay, what I've done with these books is that I've separated them by patron. If a patron has multiple books, you want to put them all together because it's easier to process them if you have several for one patron.